My videos suck. Am I out of content? Is this the end of the road? Am I putting out crappy content? Your videos suck, man. Hey folks, how's everybody doing out there? Hope you're doing well. It is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Thailand. My goodness. They're listening to Kenny Chesney across the way, working on the boats over there. You know, it's perfect music. I'm out here. It's a little peninsula here. My cafe's back there I like to go to called Drifters. Let me just give you a look around, see how far this gimbal can go over here. Somebody said, you got a camera lady. Who's that beautiful girl behind the camera? Well, smoke. Believe it or not, I'm Con Diao. Poem Con Diao means I'm all alone out here. But I don't know if you can see the beautiful ocean in the background. Probably not, because it's going to be backlit. So I'll come back over here, cop a squat here on the Bad Dream. So I want to thank you for joining me on yesterday's premiere, where I talked about a comment that a gentleman left about, you know, his 14-year marriage to a Filipina ended. And that's all I did. I copied a successful video that was about a 10-year marriage to a Filipina that ended. And some of y'all either don't read the titles or don't read the thumbnail. Y'all thought I was getting a divorce. Yeah, that's on you. It clearly said viewer comment. Anyhow, so it sparked some drama, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. My videos suck. Folks, to be perfectly honest, and there's two versions. He or she, I'm assuming it's a he, edited it and put a couple more juicy things in there, so I didn't want to leave out his edits, right? But anyhow, man, right up front, I want to thank you for the comment. Thank you very much. You've been working so hard lately, leaving, I mean, big, long comments. I love it. I absolutely love it. Folks, to be perfectly honest, the king needs to cut back from making these crappy, worthless videos. I understand why he's pumping out 2 or 3 videos per day. There's inflation in the Philippines and prices are going up. But blame Donald J. Trump's global tariffs for the cost of living increase. Lately, the content and quality of the King's videos, that's me, has fallen drastically. Instead of writing, directing, and producing one Oscar award-winning video, we have to put up with 4 or 5 horrible videos that are not well written, and the only person on screen is the King. Unfortunately, no one wants to see the King. Now, let me back up here. Yeah, I produce award-winning videos, but all my videos here are unscripted. Believe it or not, I don't write anything, and I'm a writer. I wrote 2 books, if you don't know that about me. Believe it or not, this old redneck wrote 2 books. You can click the link to my website, and you can check them books out. I wrote 2 books. But what I don't write here is anything to do with the videos. I don't write scripts. So over 2,000 videos on this platform are all unscripted. It's just what pops out of my head. Goes from, I used to go from rum to brain to mouth to the camera. I don't drink no more. But there's nothing here that's scripted, folks. I don't even know how a teleprompter works. I wouldn't know, I have no concept of how a teleprompter works. Don't need one because I don't write scripts. All right. Unfortunately, no one wants to see the King. Fatima is the queen with her looks. Flo is the funny one with her wit and aggressive, over-the-top humor. And the 2 kids with their wonderful smiles are great co-stars too. I understand the King is broke and needs to pay the bills. However, these recent videos are trash and 100% garbage. And I hope them soy dogs over there don't get up after me. Murphy's Law. I come over here, I'm the only guy in this area, and everybody shows up, wants to hang out. Hey, that's fine. I'm just saying, that's Murphy's Law. Anytime you find somewhere quiet and you're the only guy, somebody will come up with a chainsaw or some music. Anyhow, a lot of people like walking around here and fishing. I might come out here and go fishing. Got a fishing pole at the ranch. What would that be? Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. The gentleman who did write a big long script went back in and edited it. And it's pretty much the same thing, but he added a couple good descriptors here. And the descriptor here is Fatima is the queen with her radiant looks and Marilyn Monroe booty. Man, old lady describes my old lady's ass as my old lady is having a Marilyn Monroe booty. Come on, King, dig, 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 and make better, smarter, and funnier videos, but I see the stress that you're under. Still talks about the tariffs and all that shit. So first of all, I want to thank you very much, man, for taking the time to write that big, long comment, because what you did, you just gave me today's show. I didn't have no idea where the wind was going to blow me today or what I was going to do. And I read that comment and I said, you know what? I give you a few seconds of fame. So, what are my thoughts on that? Am I producing shitty videos, good content no longer available, not available? The good content has left the building. Folks, where do I begin? I'll just put some thoughts down here, right? A lot of y'all run YouTube channels or thinking about starting a YouTube channel. So this is a topic that I talk about. So I don't really have a niche here on my show. What's this channel about? This channel is about my life. Slice of my life living on what I call the old overstay road. In other words, living outside my home country. Been doing so for well over a decade. That's what this show is about. And if you go back over, I was going to do a video about a milestone that I hit recently, and that milestone is I now have over 2,000 videos on this platform. Wow, that's a lot of times hitting the publish button. That's a lot of hours of filming, editing, everything else. Over 2,000 videos. A lot of them are award-winning. Some of them are product reviews, camera reviews, clothing reviews, cooking shows, drunken live streams, family type videos, emotional type videos, partying, singing, vidjioki. I even read the Bible on top of a mountain one time. Well, a few times actually. So I don't have a niche here, and since this is my show, I get to produce whatever the heck I want to do. That's the joy of it. It's the joy of being the king. Okay? So anyhow, let me change the subject here for a minute. I was talking about in the last video that our demographics are predominantly male, about 90% plus male, 45 and up. Most of y'all are my generation or older, and you watch our show on a big screen TV. Something like 70%, which I think most people, their viewers watch their show on a mobile device. But we're old school. I'm old school. You are old school, majority of you. I got a few ladies. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and not very many youngsters. I think a lot of my trolls and stuff are the youngsters, because dudes of my generation, our generation, we don't troll people or send nasty shit out anonymously. That's not the way we were brought up or the way we roll. Our generation was like, hey, motherfucker, say it to my face. So difference in generations, huge generational gap, right? And I was sitting there thinking, I said, you know, what are we? Guys like me, probably guys like you. And I come to this conclusion of how I would describe us. especially guys living over here in Southeast Asia, or you're down in Colombia, or you're sitting there in America trying to figure out how to get the hell out, or you're living vicariously through folks like me. I mean, some of y'all are at an age where you can't move, you know, you're 80 something years old. You can't get out of the house. I got it. So this is what I come up with, and I want to see what you think about it. We are old school players who refuse to embrace old age. If I had to put it in one sentence, how do I describe myself? How do I describe my viewership, my community, whatever words they use these days, my tribe, my gang? How do I describe us? And I think that's at least a start. We're old school players who refuse to embrace old age. We're just not the type of people to do what Western society expects us to be doing at this age. I'm a 52-year-old pirate. What should I be doing? I should be coming home from work, sitting in the rocking chair, I guess church on Sundays, all them things that a grandfather's supposed to do. But instead, I'm not really following that mold. I'm the worst grandfather in the world. I'm out here on the bad dream, riding around, going to the beach, talking to my camera, looking at beautiful ladies, enjoying the sunset. I would say I'm gonna go drink some beer, but I quit drinking, you know, a while back, so I don't partake in that anymore. But I did up until I quit. So anyhow, that's a random thought. And I said, what does our generation like to do? And this ties in with the guys or gal saying you're making shitty content. I'm using that word content. We didn't use that word when I was growing up, right? Our generation, it was a show. That's how I consider it, as a show. But people have informed me that I'm a content creator. Apparently that's a professional profession these days, content creator. And when I first started posting videos on the old YouTube platform, and I've been making videos since the 80s when I saw my first camcorder. But how many times have people told me throughout the years, get a real job? You know, I'm over here working 45 hours a week and you need to go get a real job. You're over there partying on vacation, get a real job, living off my tax dollars, blah, blah, blah. How many times I heard that, right? Get a real job. What I want to say is, well, anyhow, you hear that a lot, right? You've heard that a lot throughout the years, and you hear a lot less of that now. I guess once people figured out Mr. Beast had I don't know how many, couple $100 billion in the bank, or however much he's worth, 5 billion, 2 billion, however many billions this 20-year-old kid is worth, then all of a sudden people stop saying, hey, you need to get a real job. Go tell that dude to get a real job. He would, but he can't afford the pay cut. That's what I want to say sometimes. Anyhow. So, I was thinking about what you, the viewer, and what my generation really likes, and what would you like to see on a nightly show. And it's a lot of what I already do. Okay, number one, we like women. All right, we like chasing women. We like to look at women. Well, for the most part, I usually got some ladies on the show, right? We like to barbecue. Do a lot of barbecuing. We like music. I guess I need to incorporate some more music into the show. More vidjokey, karaoke, maybe during the cooking operations. Did a bunch of shows like that. We were living in Angeles City. You know, cooking and vidjokey sort of merged it together. Best cooking show in the world. So cooking, women, music, and drinking. I said, well, since my content is starting to suck, I got to maybe go back to my roots about what our generation likes and what I like. I got to double down on the women, double down on the cooking, the music, the drinking. Maybe I get some ladies that like to drink, because I don't drink. Fatima don't drink, so we'll get some ladies who like to drink. And so I sort of narrowed it down. I said, you know, usually I like to come up with 3 things. 4 is too many. 2 is better, but 3, okay. Barbecue, single moms, and vidjoki. I said, oh yeah, that's gonna bring them in. That's gonna bring them in right there. Maybe I don't get any more nasty grams about your content sucks, your show sucks, I'm unsubscribing. I asked people at random, really around the time we were living in Barrio Barreto, I'd say around 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, right before the lockdown. So 2019, I was already asking people this question. Because folks, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't know shit about YouTube. I don't know shit about social media. I messed around on Twitter and that Facebook crap for a little bit. Usually I just get drunk, send out stupid stuff, and I realized I was wasting my time, and I quit that, you know. What does our generation know about social media and online marketing and all this? Not much. What do? You ask people, right? So in 2019, I started asking people. I said, hey, how often should I post a video? And I'm thinking once a week. Why? Why am I thinking once a week? Well, it's my generation, right? I mean, the damn A-Team came on once a week. Knight Rider, once a week. You waited for that show to come on once a week, right? And I looked at what I was doing as a show, and it surprised me that when people said every day. That was the answer. I said, how often should I post a video? Every day. I don't think not one person came up with a different answer. That's what they told me to do, every day. And I was like, are you kidding me? What, really? I was like dumbfounded. Every day, you really want to watch my ass and listen to my voice every day? I was flattered, but at the same time, shocked, surprised. Like, I guess my question was why? And it's because I don't follow anybody. I don't follow anybody. I'm not into watching soap operas and stuff like that. So it didn't ring, I didn't understand it. I'm just not a social media dude. I don't join these groups. I don't post comments, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's not me. So I didn't understand when people said, hey man, you gotta post every day. But that was what they told me to do. And so obviously when you start posting videos every day, the quantity goes up. What happens to the quality? Quality goes down. Okay, you can't get blood from a turnip. It takes time. Now, it's common sense, and Mr. Beast will say, hey, it's easier to make a video that gets 1 million views than make 10 videos that gets 100,000 views. Okay, that's sound advice too. Absolute sound advice, and I've tried that route. I've tried to put a lot of work into a video, some of the greatest things I've put together, and you know, maybe they did 30,000 views somewhere in there. I'm happy with it. But if it takes me a week to do that, when I could get 10,000 a day, then I got 70,000, right? There's no playbook to this. It's all about creativity. You never know what the audience is going to go with, what's going to get traction, what has the potential to go viral. That's the one thing I've learned. Maybe Mr. Beast knows exactly what'll go viral, obviously, because he's doing quite well. But this old pirate right here, I throw a video up on my iPhone thinking it's trash and it'll get, you know, a couple 100,000 views. I don't understand it. So anyhow, every production I do can't be Steven Spielberg quality, and it certainly can't if I'm publishing something every day. Okay? And I looked at my viewers from, I looked at what I was trying to do is For you, the guy who's working the grind all day at either the factory, or you're driving a truck or a forklift, or you're pouring concrete, changing oil, whatever you're doing, and you come home, you kick back in that easy chair, pop open a beer, and you hit play, and boom, there's 30 minutes or an hour show. You don't got to scroll around. That's like my idea of what I'm doing and who I'm doing it for, right? Somebody that kicks back, wants to watch a show. Let's see. Back to the gentleman's comment, right? Folks, I'm in this for the long haul, okay? I've been doing this for over a decade. I think I started this channel in 2012. Again, over 2,000 videos, and I have like a 30-year planning horizon. Now, I plan on being 107 damn years old, but I plan on being in this game for at least another 30 years. You know, never say never. It's hard to predict the future. If Hollywood calls me up and says, hey man, we want you to star in, you know, this next movie, well, you know, Elvis was singing 1 minute, next thing you know, he's making movies. But if I don't get that call, I still plan on doing what I'm doing for the next 30 years in some form or fashion. They'll probably have holograms and all kind of crap at that point. But the reason being is I like what I'm doing. I truly like what I'm doing. Is it a lot of work? It's a hell of a lot of work. I've never put in this many hours for this little bit of money in my entire life. If you want to look at it like that, per hour, from the time I've started to now, most of y'all would quit after the first 6 months. And anybody who made it to a year would quit then and so forth. I'm still here. And so I'm looking at what I'm doing in a 30-year planning horizon to where my vision is to start training Maria and Fatima to sort of take this thing over. So, you know, that's like the 5 to 10 year fight. Then I can sit back, go back to drinking beer. They'll continue what they're doing. I'll still be a part of it, but I don't have the primary responsibility anymore. They'll take it over, right? My kids. So I bring that up to say, if I make a few videos that tank, or if I have a bad week, or a bad month where everything tanks, so be it. That's part of business. I don't care. Because you have to factor things in on a longer planning horizon. What does that do to the year? It's just a downturn. It's just a dip. It's a small speed bump if you look at it over a year time or over a 5-year period, or especially over a 30-year period. So, am I going to apologize? No. All right? Not going to apologize. Let's see. What else did the gentleman say? Well, somebody said they're going to unsubscribe. Okay, well, I love each and every one of you. I love all my viewers. If you watch my show, thanks to you, you allow me to live this lifestyle by watching my show. That is the most important thing, is just please watch the show. I don't care if you do anything else. Just watch my videos, and I hope you're entertained. And come back and watch another one. That's all I want you to do, okay? From here on out, I'm not going to ask anybody to subscribe or comment or all that. No, the only thing I would ask for you to do is just please watch my show. That's all I want you to do. I don't care if you subscribe or unsubscribe, whatever. I just want you to watch the show. So I'm going to unsubscribe. Well, my generation, think back to the 80s, the 70s. Let's go to the 70s before you had a remote control, right? If you didn't like the program, somebody had to get up and go change the channel. And if you didn't like what was on that other channel, turn the TV off, go outside and play. That's our generation. Then here come the damn remote control. Now, you didn't have to get up off the couch. You know, somebody just got the remote, right? Change the channel. So if you unsubscribe, I love you, and I'm all broken up inside that you didn't enjoy one of my videos. I'm all broken up inside over that. But as my grandfather would say, don't let the door hit you in the ass on your way out. Now, some of y'all youngsters, if you're listening, that might hurt your feelings. You'd tear up if we had to kill a pig and be all upset about it until we served you a pork sandwich. Anyhow, folks, I love you, but if you get pissed off and unsubscribe, just don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. All right? You'll get over it. Let's see this shitty video. My friend, again, thanks for your comment. That shitty video, right before I left to come over here to the beach, had just passed 10,000 views. All the metrics were looking good. The best video that's hit in the past week or two. So, I'm happy with it. You know how much it cost me to produce that particular video? Probably about 20 cents of gas in the old Bad Dream here. Maybe 15 cents, however much fuel it took me to take a ride over there and talk to you fine folks through this camera. The 20 cents I got invested, and it surpassed 10,000 views right before I left the ranch over there. And again, your comment gave me today's show. I was feeling less than creative for some reason, and then you handed me a topic on a silver platter, and I certainly appreciate you. So there's more good news. Since you've been working so hard, now you've been leaving so many comments, long comments, and I truly believe in freedom of speech, I do. But what I don't like is when you go to other people's comments and reply, because then that alerts them and changes their, affects their mood, potentially affects their mood. You don't affect my mood. Ain't nobody affects my mood. This is what I do. But when you go to other viewers and start replying to their comments, some of them it bothers them, right? And I saw that you did that several times, and in the interest of two things, you know, you're not affecting other people, innocent people's blood pressure, and also you got so upset that I think it's affecting your blood pressure and your health at this point. I went ahead and removed you from the action. You're over, I sent you to the asshole corral, and now you don't have to worry about coming up with these crafty comments. Man, you've left so many words. At one point I thought you were a bot, but you got some typing skills and just a good work ethic too. But I think that you're putting in so much work that your blood pressure is getting way too high, and I just felt the responsibility to relieve you of that duty. So you're relieved of your you're relieved of duty. And now you can just sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and don't worry about coming up with crafty terms for my wife's ass. Yeah, she got a Marilyn Monroe booty, but not really. It's more like a Beyonce booty. Big, thick one. That's why I love that girl. She got a big old gadonkadonk, and that's why I encourage her to just eat more. Eat more. It goes to her ass. I really love that. That's why I love her. But thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, girlfriend, side piece, or anything of that nature. So keep that in mind, all right? I think that's all the notes I have, folks. Let's see. Yeah, barbecue, single moms, and vidjoki. Because we old guys, we're just old school players who refuse to embrace old age. Let me know what you think about that. Maybe I'll put that shit on a t-shirt, you know? It'd be a good t-shirt, right? Old school player, your old age. Maybe something like that. Let me see if I can get the camera to come over here. Might be at the end of the gimbal here. Might have to pick you up and just twist you around. Get my camera lady here. Thank you, darling. Yeah, just pull that around here. And let's show them this beautiful sunset. Now it's obviously gonna be backlit, but I don't know if you can see that beautiful sailboat out there. But welcome to my world, folks. I just want to say thank you very much for for listening to my voice. I hope you were entertained by this little talk here on this little peninsula. And I'll show you where we're at just for reference. You know, that's that little seafood restaurant I always go to where, you know, stuff comes in on the boats and it's just right there. Absolutely delicious restaurant. And I'm just out on a peninsula where everybody's out here. Shoot, there's probably half a dozen people out here fishing right now. Got kiteboarding over just south of here. Is that what they call it? Kiteboarding, wakeboarding, kite surfing? I don't know what the hell it's called. You know, you get that big kite and it drags you along there. And then drifters and a couple other little restaurants right here along this peninsula. So that's it. That's my talk. Hope y'all were entertained. This is face track, but you can also adjust it up and down. Anyhow, great camera. OP3 with the DJI Mic Mini. That's the best camera for YouTube right there. They're not paying me to say that. It's just too easy. Especially if you're my age. If you're my age, it's just too damn easy. All right, folks. I'm gonna head out. Should I take you on a little motorbike tour? Maybe I'll just show you the exit out here and we'll call it Iraqi good. But if you're just joining me, I'll introduce you to my iron horse. It's a Honda Dream Super Cub 110. And that's my briefcase right there. Just clips on that D-ring. This is, you can turn this thing into a backpack with the strap. You just run the strap through here. It'll turn into a backpack. I got the strap inside. But I got a D-ring here. Let's see if I can show you there. I got a D-ring here and I just clip it on there. So nobody's gonna snatch this and run. It's not gonna happen. They snatch this or rip their arm off before they get my bag out of there. That's a Champion. If you're interested in reading my review, links down in the description. Anyhow, Bad Dreams got over 11 clicks on her now. That Moschine right there. It's time to fire up that horse, ride off into the sunset. I'll give you a look over here at these boats. Might be getting a little dark. I gotta take this ND filter off. Swaddy crap, swaddy crap. I'd love to have that boat right there over in the Philippines. That's got some style to it right there. Sun's starting to go down behind them clouds. Again, people just come out here and fish, get lawn chairs, nice cool breeze coming through. Oh, this little vessel's got some character to it. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I may just have to go over there and get me some shrimp. Since I'm here, why not? Go sit right on that table over there. That's my spot. All right, let's shut this down and get out of here. It's my camera lady right here. She's slim. Don't worry, Fatima. I like a big woman. Yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful weather here in Thailand. My goodness. San Diego weather, but better. Just today, it was hot. I'm talking, you could be at the pool. I sat outside for a little while, worked on my tan. It was hot, I was sweating. Started to jump in the pool for a while. I said, no, I'm gonna fire up this horse. Get over there while the sun is setting. But now that the sun has set, it's cool out here. Y'all hit me about wearing this vest or wearing long pants, but when the sun goes down with the breeze here, you know, if you're on a motorbike putting around at 40, 50 clicks an hour, okay, well, it gets a little bit cool. Now, saying it's cold, but when y'all see my attire, I realize I'm not out laying out at the beach. I'm on a damn motorbike riding around. And usually I try not to wear shorts when I'm on the motorbike in case I layer down. But it was so hot today. went with the shorts. Off to the left, it says the Sea Falcon Hotel, I reckon. Next to Jimmy's Surf Kitchen. Cocktails and Dreams, got a sign over there. If you come through here, there's some aggressive speed humps, so don't be hauling butt down through here. You get launched. Pretty substantial speed bumps. Surf Beach Cafe to the right. Yeah, got 4 tables worth of customers, and then here's Drifters off to the right. That place has changed up. It's all open air now. Beautiful ladies off to the right. Possibly, probably Russian, Ukrainian, maybe. I say that, I don't know. I guess I could have said, hey, how you doing? She might have said, fine, how you doing? I'm from Alabama. They're just condos back here. A couple of massage shops here on the left, restaurant. But you want to see a really nice couple, well, those restaurants I just passed, they're really nice, but they're, you know, reasonable prices. Now these over here that I want to show you, you know, a little bit more expensive. I'm not going to say unreasonable, but if you're on a budget, you want to go where I just came from. If you got a little bit more scratch, you want to come over here to the Glass House, or it's called Baco Beach. Again, these are just condos through here. Condos, hotels, what have you. Swimming pools off to the left and the right. Watch this great little documentary, a little short documentary on Jimmy Buffett and his crew, Jim Harrison and all those folks, the Key West crowd. It was actually produced by Yeti. You know, these brands have put a lot of effort into producing, you know, pretty good videos between Patagonia, Yeti, you know, the big brands like that. They got some good documentaries and stories and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna ride down through here, hopefully. This is Baco Beach here, Italian bistro. It's like Italian restaurant. I think they got pizza, wine bar, and plenty of parking right here. And I will just try to cut a left turn here. But if you can see up in there, it's a beautiful, Swadee Krap. It's a beautiful place up in there. So it's Baco Beach restaurant and wine bar. Just give you a view over there. Beautiful up in there. And then to the left here is a place called the Glass House. You know, they're both right on the beach. So many just outstanding restaurant venues here in the patio area. Just really nice. Yeah, folks, if you're into food and eating out, different cuisines, fresh seafood, you come to Pattaya. Come to Pattaya, Thailand. Best food scene in the world. Forget all them girls. Take the girls out of the equation. You come here for the food. Oh, it's the only reason, blah, blah, blah. Okay. My bar stool bandits over there. Sitting inside the inside the racetrack. I should call it sitting in the pits, because you know, like Second Road goes down to the Dolphin Roundabout. I call that turn 3 and 4. Then you come back up Beach Road. You know, Central's like the finish line, and you go down to Walking Street. That's turn 1. Then you turn back left on Second Road. That's turn 2. So everything in the center of that racetrack, sort of like the pits. You know, it's like I say the heart of Pattaya, but yeah, it's like the main action. And most of these dudes who will tell you about Pattaya, they never leave the pits. Maybe they go to Soi Buakhao, but all of their what they're doing, and they're hanging out, and all the tourists and stuff, they stay right over there. Edit that out. I think a gentleman was butt naked over to the right. Check the footage. Make sure there's no gentleman butt naked to the right of the aircraft. Full moon alert to the starboard side of the aircraft. And folks, you might think that's funny, but you know, riding around, every now and then there'd be somebody, you know, pissing off the side of the road. Or in the Philippines, it's notorious. There's always some kuya pissing in the background. How many times have I had to edit footage? Pretty much every video. How many hours, man hours, does that equate to extra work because there's some dude pissing in the background? In the Philippines, every fucking video. Over here, not too often. I mean, that dude was out in the woods. But in the PI, we have to watch every video on the big screen. The finished product, once it gets uploaded, we put multiple eyes on that screen, you know, to make sure there's not some kuya in the background with his tallywhacker in his hand that's gonna, you know, get us a community strike or anything like that. But you gotta do it over there. But folks, that's my show. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to roll down Jomtien Beach. If anybody's interested, I'm going to roll down the beach. If not, I'll see you on the next video. So this is starting bonus footage here. And basically where I'm going, I'll show you up here, but straight ahead is where a little seafood restaurant is on the other side of the canal. That basically just came out and went around the canal. Off to the right, that's what Na Jomtien Soi 6. If you're coming down to those restaurants and you tell a taxi, make sure you're clear where you're going, because you know you have Jomtien, then you have Na Jomtien. So if you say take me to Jomtien Soi 5, he's going to take you over there to immigration. Na Jomtien Soi 5 is a totally different place. Off to the left is the police station, Na Jomtien, and then straight ahead up there is the canal where those fishing boats were. But you know what? I'm not going to eat no shrimp. I'm just going to roll down Jomtien Beach, and then I'm going to get kebabs. Kebabs for supper, 65 baht. I usually pick up 2. That way I got one for tomorrow. You pick up that 65 baht kebab, a bag of chips, and sometimes I'll get the roti, the banana and chocolate roti. There are about a dozen soy dogs right there. You talk about great food for, you know, the kebabs like $2. Just add another buck for chips, what have you. But you cannot beat the street food here in Thailand. I mean, anywhere you go, the food is just 100% on time. You don't have to like seek it out. Like any of this food right in here, delicious. Just absolutely delicious. Because Thai people, you know, they say Thailand is the world's kitchen, and that's true. I mean, the worst thing you could do here in this culture is serve somebody some less than stellar food. It's like against the religion. It's against the code. It's against the culture to serve bad food. In the Philippines, it's all about the price. Here, it's all about the taste. So here, you don't have to seek out good food. You just got to walk outside your house, look left or right, follow the smoke. Over in the PI, it's a totally different food scene. Wow, beautiful lady. Beautiful lady. Probably a little bit younger than me, I'd say. And with that, see, we come to the end, basically the end of Jom Tien Beach Road. So this road right here will run all the way down to Pratamnak Soi 5, you know, where the Hard 8 Saloon is. But these restaurants here, left and right, very popular. That number one right there, it always reminds me of the Key, I don't know, reminds me of being in Key West at the marker down there. Folks out on the beach, always taking pictures at the sunset, obviously. I think we just had a kite festival go down, and we had the squid festival go down, and they're building down here on the left, they're putting up bleachers for some event. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it's beach tennis. I think it's beach tennis. Hey, big shout out to Eric, man. I was talking to Eric, checking on him and Mercy last night or whatever. He was talking about they're big into pickleball now. Now this is a wonderful restaurant here to the right for seafood. Big crab place. They got a big crab out here. Very popular. Anyhow, Eric said they're big into pickleball. Him and Mercy been going to the gym. They're in great shape. It's good to hear. And I told him, I said, man, that's funny because the other day I was riding on Sukhumvit, not too far from here, and there's a huge pickleball complex right off of Sukhumvit. I didn't pull up in there, but after he mentioned it last night, you know what? After I get to the end of the beach, I might ride down there and see what it's about. But he said pickleball is getting real popular. I had no idea what it was. He says it's like a big game of ping pong, like a life-size ping pong game. And folks, you want to see some beautiful ladies? Okay, these Thai ladies will get dressed up and come out here on the beach at night, you know, to take pictures. You know, a lot of them come down from Bangkok, what have you, so they don't live here. So obviously they're going to get out there and get them beach pics before they go back up to Bangkok, and they dress up. If you want to see some beautiful ladies, just walk down Sunset. And folks, these are just normal girls I'm talking about. These ain't coconut girls. If you go over there on the patio side, well, the coconut girls, they're not walking in the beach taking pictures. They're standing underneath the trees trying to get some clients. But the legitimate chicks, they like to take pictures on the sunset. And they dress up. It's just beautiful through here. People out on the beach with lawn chairs. I live down South Florida. That's what me and my friends used to do. We just meet up on the beach every now and then, bring a cooler, I kept 2 lawn chairs in the back of my truck and a cooler at all times. People call up, hey man, we're going to the beach. You just whip a U-turn, whatever I was doing, throw some beer and ice in the back, head to the beach. That's what a lot of folks do here. Same thing we did on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Just everybody bring a cooler and a lawn chair. Make a circle. Got some good times down in South Florida. Really did. Okay, off to the right is Just Burgers. Get burgers on the grill. They're like American backyard burgers. Good food right there. Got all the sauces, good fries, them crinkle fries. Now over here to the left, they got some bleachers. I don't know if they're putting these up or if those were getting taken down from the Squid Festival. I don't know. No, those are going. Looks like they're going up. Maybe that's part of the beach tennis. This thing about Pattaya, folks, it's like, I mean, how would you describe it? It's like Panama City or Vegas. There's always a show going on. There's always a festival. There's always something to go to. And usually these events are free, so you're not spending the extra money. There's always concentration of food vendors. And I'm not intentionally trying to change your opinion of Pattaya. I'm just telling you one man's opinion, which is a different opinion than most people have of this place. The hedonism part of it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller every year. And it's funny, I read an article a long time ago that said, Pattaya basically grew up. Started out as nothing but hedonism, and then it grew into a legitimate city. Is that activity still here? Yeah, of course, but it gets smaller and smaller every year. Anybody who has anything bad to say about Pattaya, that's fine with me. Just go ahead and leave. That way there's more room for me. Because I ain't going nowhere. I've been to many places around the globe. Explored many places. I still call this place home. I'm not saying don't travel or I don't want to travel. I like to go to Cambo every now and then. Laos, let's go over to Vietnam. Beautiful places. Stay in the Philippines for 3 years during a lockdown. Okay, no problem. But this is home base right here. So if you're thinking about moving to Thailand, don't discount Pattaya. Pattaya is a great place for a home base. You're close to the airport. I guess everybody's got their own opinion, but much rather live here than Phuket or Chiang Mai. That's my opinion. That's why I'm here. Could have moved anywhere. All right. Took a right turn, bearing 090, passing the Gold Monkey Cafe and Bar. Got a full house up in there. Now I'm getting hungry, folks, so I'm gonna conclude the video. Again, shout out to my friend who left that comment and all the other dozens and dozens of interesting comments. I certainly appreciate it, man. But understand, had to send you to the asshole corral. You can still exercise free speech by saying anything you want to on your channel, on your digital piece of real estate. I'm not suppressing your free speech. But I do have a no asshole policy and had to send you over to the asshole corral. Just cool down your blood pressure too. So I did you a favor. And with that, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out, my friends. You guys just cross the street right here. I saw a friend of mine I gotta holler at. His name's Bond. James Bond.
De todas las guiales, es la number one, es la buena, mi male. Yeah, yeah, yeah.